Let's talk about the episode. Let's talk about the episode. So, we got Chad begging Abigail to come home from Boston. Now, Chad, I understand you love your wife. I understand you think you love your wife, as I should say. But, Chad, think of the reasons why she left Salem. Gwen, that accident, and everything else involving you and y'all problems. Now, your selfish behind decided to go get your wife listening to your brother, your older brother. Abigail come in, what's the first thing she seen? Them same stairs Gwen went rolling down like a log down. Then on top of it, she got to deal with the past, not in the current future, dealing with EJ. We already know how that went down. We already know what happened there. Like Chad, sometimes I wonder about you. First of all, I understand you love your wife or think you love your wife. You don't really love Abigail like that and you don't really trust her 100%. I already explained the reason why y'all should break up. I'm not going to explain them anymore. But Chad, you got to learn to think with the right head. You know that woman dealt with a lot, dealt with a lot. The reason why she left Salem in the first place. You basically telling her, oh, forget about those problems. Just come home to your house, to come home to me and the kids. See, you thought stuff was going to be good and you thought stuff was going to be well. You thought she was going to move back in the bedroom with you. However, it doesn't work out like that. And however, you're going to have to deal with the same treatment you got. Yeah, she might be giving you a little pieces here and there. Ain't nothing changed. Y'all still got the same problems. Gwen still is an issue. She don't like Jack and Gwen getting close. She still don't like Gwen. She got to deal with them stairs every day and every time walking down them and up them, what she did to Gwen. Y'all marriage, the insecurities, the not trusting her. Like, Chad, it's a time when you should start thinking about somebody other than yourself thinking of others besides yourself. Because at this point, I don't know why you went running your happy behind that Boston trying to bring Abigail home. She got to deal with what she got to deal with. Don't nobody care cause EJ bullied you. EJ was picking, making fun of you, telling you should go get your wife and all that, and then you go do it. And then y'all two get in a little spit and a little spat over who went and got it with EJ. Like, you and EJ get into it over who brought Abigail home, how did she come, who did it, who was the most, successful in doing so. I ain't got time for the kiddie games. I do not have time. Like, Chad, you got to start thinking of Abigail and less of yourself. It's just like you so selfish and you don't realize how selfish you is. You know it was a current of events that made Abigail make that decision, saying she needed space from you, her dad, Gwen, and what was going on before she left Salem. You going to get that woman and not letting her come home on her own time, even though she miss her kids. Why you ain't bring the kids with you? See, Chad, I think you're doing it because of your own selfish needs, and I think you let EJ play in your head, and you let EJ get the best of you, telling you to go get your wife, and basically you just went and did what he said, minus the dragging her like a barbarian by her hair, or a caveman by her hair. You basically did exactly what he told you to do. You know what, Chad? It's not going to work. It's never going to work with y'all. At this point, you and Abigail need to separate. Y'all just need to be single parents. Y'all need to focus on the kids. You need to leave Abigail alone. You need to go on with your life. Let Abigail go on with her life because y'all going to have these same problems y'all been working on for months now. And they ain't going to go away because you still insecure about Abigail and them them two other people she got in her. And EJ there, he finna add on to that insecurity because of what they did. So, Chad, Just cause you bring her home don't mean it's gonna work. I'm just saying you should think about that. But you wasn't thinking about that. You were just thinking of bringing your wife home. Like you couldn't have the kids go up there to her. And y'all know what y'all split the kids up like. You get them Monday through Wednesday. I get them, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And you take them back Monday. Like, why you just couldn't do that? Why? You just had to have her home to go to deal with her host of problems again. Dealing with you, now dealing with EJ, now dealing with the accident with the stairs. I'm done at this point, Chad. You just need to think of others besides yourself at this point. Um, Chloe, while I love you dearly, somebody need to poke you in your eye. Somebody seriously need to poke you in your eye. Now, you already know what's the dealio is, and you already know she basically rebounding from a marriage that she screwed up. Now, why would you tell her to go and try to take Rafe away from Ava? Some friend you are. You see the girl already rebounding. You see the girl already shuffling. You see the girl finally can stand up straight, finally can be able to, to go to work or whatnot. And you gonna have the audacity, the nerves to gonna tell her, well, why can't you get raped? It ain't like she her. It ain't like it ain't like rape belongs to her. You can take him. You got feelings, so why don't you really, Chloe? So you the type of friend that'll tell me to do everything I shouldn't do. And you try to make up reasons why I should do it, even though it's wrong and I'm rebounding and I'm about to get divorced from cheating doing the same thing. You gonna tell me to jump into another bad, sticky situation just to see me happy and don't care that I'm already dealing with a lot of able to go back to work and do the normal life activities everybody else is doing without wanting to cry or sit in the bed and be depressed. Really, Chloe? Like y'all so-called call these people your friends. I wouldn't want a friend like Chloe around me. I'm just able to do the stuff I normally do. I'm able to go to work. I'm able to, do the stuff I normally do. And here go my so-called friend telling me I should steal somebody else's man to make myself happy. And, oh, that ain't Ava's property. He basically free property. Why don't you go and land on that property and see can you pass go? And see can you collect $250? Really, Chloe? What is this, Monopoly? Because if I was Nicole, I would have slapped the you-know-what out of you and told you, really? So, you're my friend, but you telling me to do something like this. I'm not scared of Ava or nothing like that, but I'm going to tell you, as a friend, you should go steal somebody else, man. Like that ever work out for somebody getting a man via the cheating. Really, Chloe? Now, I know you got a bad history of men. We already know you can't keep a man to save your life neither. Now, why would you go tell friend I should go do that? Why would you do that, Chloe? Do that make any sense to you? Like, I don't understand why would you would tell a friend something like that. Like, why? Are you okay in the head, Chloe, at this point? Because I'm believing there's something wrong with you because I wouldn't dare tell a friend to do some mess like that and then they go do the BS and it's cool and fine and dandy and really, Chloe, you ain't nobody friend I see. Nobody friend at all because I don't know no friend that I sit there and tell some mess like that and basically tell them she ain't that ain't her man. You still got time. They just, starting their relationship. You can take him if you want to. He's available. Ain't like he's claiming her. You know that you know y'all got feelings for each other or whatever. So you should be able to take him easily. Hmm. Chloe, as much as I love you, you was dead behind wrong trying to give that woman that type of advice. And how you sit there with a straight face telling a friend that? How? I wouldn't dare open my mouth and say those words and tell him, oh, you can get him. That don't sound like a friend I would want around me. or anywhere knowing my business, because it seems like you all in it for yourself and what you can grab. I'm just saying, Chloe, like you threw me for a loop when you said that. You actually got all my attention that episode when that episode when you said that mess. I'm like, okay, friend, some friend you are. Well, I know if I'm ever having troubles, don't come to you then, because you'll give me all the types around the top of that advice, and I wouldn't want no parts of your advice you want me to do. Like, for real, really, Chloe? Okay, I see how you operate. Barney, well, you got Justin back, that's the plus. But you're facing two, often people. You're facing two. The one, the first man in the past, and now Callista. So, you know, I say Justin is better than Bell any day. I'd rather Justin on my team than Bell. All I can give you is good luck. That's about all I can give you, just to say he's in your corner, thanks to the pep talk from Steve. And Steve is a type of friend I would want around me, giving me that type of advice, even though, Bonnie was all the way wrong in that situation, and the way she covered it up, and the way it just exploded in Justin's face, and he didn't know how to react, how to respond, until he heard the full story. And basically Steve told him, go hear her out, go listen to her story, and you decide then. Of course, he still got feelings for Barney, but he's fighting those feelings, and she told her story, and he believed, and I guess he 100% on her side. I just hope old Barney get out of this mess she in, because, well, she said her daughter, fireplace poker, and the right spot in there, where, and they can fall on the ground and be pronounced, what, on arrival. They could be DOA on the, they could be DOA. So, Bonnie, good luck. I just hope you find a way to get out of this or whatever. But you got like Justin said, it's a long journey, and good luck with it. EJ and that Xander fight, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to try to be nice. However, so Xander, you just got those muscles in that body of yours just for show, because you barely put a scratch on EJ. You might gave him a few bruises here and there, but you look worse than he do. And you the one with all the power. Should have all the power. Basically, he ain't a vegetable no more, but I'm just saying, you could have did a whole lot better in that fight. Now, I know they wanted EJ to win that fight, but you could have gave EJ a whole lot of run for his money if you really wanted to, or if they wrote it that way, but I don't see how you lost that fight, but okay. They write it for EJ to win the fight, even though it looked like he was losing a whole lot worse than Xander was, but Xander looked like he got the worst in, but EJ face says a whole nother story, and Xander, he might have a few bruises here and there, but it's a toss up. But Xander, you could have threw him out the window if you wanted to, for real, for real. Never mind, but Xander, what I don't like hearing for you is the Nashville stuff. The Nashville stuff is old, tired, delayed. It's old food, it's spoiled, rotten, sour. It's in the trash can at this point. Why would you bring up that long of a story of Nashville to EJ, throw it in his face, tell him you were basically feeding him and making him eat his food? All you did was basically feed and care for him. The other part, the doctors own 60% of that, or should I say 90%, 95% of that, and you own a little percentage of, EJ getting back to himself. So I don't understand why you talking about EJ owe you and you should keep the money and all that, but all you did was just feed him. The doctors basically did the most. Dr. Roth did more than what you did. And plus the doctors that Sammy hired and all that, basically so all you can contest to is Nashville is feeding EJ. And you think that's 100. You know what, Xander? I'm gonna let you have that, but feeding the man just cause they can't feed themselves does not take away from what the doctors did. Dr. Roth jump started the situation, the engine. The doctors helped keep the engine running. You might have did few little oil change by feeding him or whatever, but you really think all that money is worth feeding him a couple of times, 3 days a day out of the month, a year, you really, okay. You think very highly of yourself, but okay, we gonna let you have that. When this Paulina situation, it's gonna come out eventually. It's only a time when it's gonna come out. Now that Marlena knows, Marlena gonna try to push her to make her come clean. Y'all already know Marlena have power, have ways up persuading people to, this is a secret. I don't want it out there. I'm telling you in confidence, so please don't tell nobody. You know how Marlena have a way of, twisting up somebody's words and making them come clean. So now that Marlena knows, and she's great friends with John, with Abe, it's only a matter of time before that situation come out. Um, who else I want to talk about? The kids, Chanel, Allie, them kids. Giovanni, at this point, it is getting tired with y'all too. Like, Allie gonna feel some type of way. Allie shouldn't feel some type of way, but she do that show you just how strong her feelings are for Chanel. Johnny gonna do what she want to. Chanel gonna do what she want to. Trip always gonna have it in the back of his mind, just like he saw y'all hugging in the Horton Town Square, and he paused and was there for a minute. Then he realized, oh yeah, it was the opening of their shop. So of course she's smiling and they hugging. So it ain't no big biggie. So how many times are they gonna keep hugging and all that before Trip get jealous and freak out again? So it's only a matter of time before somebody in that circle break up. So it's only a matter of time. That's all I can say about that. Gabby, I'm gonna need for you and Jake to find the nearest seat possible. Put some super glue on y'all behinds and sit down somewhere. Gabby, the more you play with this plan, the more you try to manipulate Brady, the more you try to manipulate Phillip, the more you dig in a hole for yourself. If this situation goes to Victor, you already know how Victor feels about you. Phillip might have gave you clearance to be in part of the Titan industry. He might have gave you clearance. Victor still has to find a say. So you really thinking in your mind, because Ariana is his grandniece, you got pulled, that you can use that to your advantage and take over Titan. You partially family, so you're depending on that, thinking that's gonna help you get into the door to be the CEO or Titan. And you already know how Victor feels about you. While you playing around with this Brady and should tell Victor, man, Gabby, I done told you, your last and final leg. Please use that leg wisely. You already done lost the leg already to the mirror. Do you want the shark to come pull the other leg off your body? Stop playing around and stop being silly and stop being foolish and think about this. Oh, this company for Ariana. This is Ariana Future, Gabby Chic. Stop using your daughter as the exploiting your daughter with that Gabby Chic man's, and stop trying to ruin your one last and final shot to keep Gabby Chic as success. Because at this point, if Victor pulled a plug on Gabby Chic now and tell you to get that company away from his company, you're out of the dome. Philip can't save you. So I advise you to sit your behind down somewhere. Or you can keep on doing what you're doing. Either way works out fine for me. So keep doing what you're doing, Gabby. You know I love it when you fall on your face anyway. So if you want to fall on your face and you want that boom, by all means, enjoy it. But anyways, though, y'all, that was the episode. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Enjoy y'all weekend and have a good night. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.